Goedemiddag allemaal. Ik sta hier in het pittoreske Delft, vlakbij de plaats waar Botha Gerards in 4 stukken uit elkaar is gescheurd nadat hij de vader des vaderlands had omgebracht. Dat is al even geleden. Ver was toen... Was jij toen al geboren, Ver?
Nee.
Ver was toen nog niet geboren. Ver van Reek, mijn grote vriend, de voorzitter van de Dutch Barbarians, en die heeft ons uitgenodigd in Delft. En ik heb een prangende vraag. Ver, waarom zijn wij in Delft?
Ja, dat is geen toeval hoor. Laat ik zo zeggen, Delft is uiteraard wel de rugbyhoofdstad van Nederland. Ben je daarvan bewust?
Nee, en dat wou ik ook eigenlijk graag zo houden, maar ga verder.
Nou, daarbij ook nog de opmerking dat hier de oudste club van Nederland gevestigd is. Streepje C.
Ja, dat wist ik.
Dat wist jij, ja. Maar wist jij ook dat de andere studentenclub, Virgiel, dat die beweert dat die mogelijk nog ouder zou zijn? Dat is denk ik wel een interessante vraag die je daar kan voorleggen. Jij
zoekt de fitty.
Nee, ik zoek de waarheid.
Nou, die ga je hier niet vinden vandaag. Wat je wel gaat vinden hier, denk ik, vandaag is een heleboel rugby. 4 Delftse rugbyverenigingen. Dat is dus Delft, streepje C, Tooi en Sanctus Virgilius, als ik het goed heb gezegd. De katholieke afdeling van het rugby in Delft. Maar daarnaast ook nog een...
Burgers, die hoor ik je niet noemen.
Zijn het er dan 5? Of
nee,
ik zei Delft.
Oh, okay.
Streepje C. Ik noem het gewoon streepje C.
Ja, dus, ging in één noemer.
Ja, dus zie je. Nou, kijk zo. Ik hoef nog net geen kut te roepen, maar vooruit. We proberen dit nog even verder door te zetten. En daarnaast hebben we een paar topgasten aan boord die samen met Andrew dadelijk, omdat hij daar meer verstand van heeft dan ik,
maar ook leuk is.
De domestic competition gaan doornemen, maar ook heel veel gaan praten over jouw initiatief, de Dutch Barbarians. Inmiddels volledig geaccrediteerd door de Barbarians. En dat levert jullie allerlei verdachte insights op en connecties op, waar we vroeger alleen van konden dromen. Waaronder dat jij hier vandaag mensen aan boord haalt als Bobby Skinstad, Nicky Little, die op 4 WK's heeft gestaan. Botha, die jullie technisch directeur gaat worden, heb ik begrepen. Gaan we dadelijk nog heel uitgebreid over praten onder leiding van Andrew.
Feitelijk allemaal langs die weg, hè? Doordat we geaccrediteerd zijn door de Barbarians, heeft dat wel de mogelijkheden gebracht om dat soort mannen aan ons te verbinden. Dus wat doen we? Ja, we verbinden ze om ons rugbyniveau omhoog te brengen. Maar doordat je enorm kan kennisnetwerken met die mannen. En dat is absoluut van de meerwaarde. Ja,
fantastisch. Wil jij nog iemand de groeten doen?
Nou, nee, maar wat ik wel heel graag... Dit wordt natuurlijk later uitgezonden. Wat ik wel graag wil ik wel benoemen. Dat vandaag staan de beide neefjes. Dat wilde jij niet zeggen. Ja, dat vind ik helemaal niet interessant.
Nee, het zit me gehoord.
Nee, maar mij wel. Diok speelt tegen de Hoekers. En de beide scrum-halves naast elkaar zijn neefjes van elkaar.
En het was één daarvan jouw zoon?
Nou ja, dat mag ik benoemen. En laat dan die andere het neefje zijn.
En de 5e club in Delft heet Rugbyclub Nepotisme. Ik sluit nu af. Wij gaan dadelijk verder. Eerst bier. Bedankt. Tot zo.
Guys, it's going to be a great episode today.
It's going to be a very cold episode.
Yeah, that is
hoe lang deze uitzending gaat duren.
Oh, Bas. Oh, dit is geen media.
Welkom, lieve kijkbuiskinderen, bij Het is weer Ruk, seizoen 4, aflevering 12. Een bijzondere special in het Delftse. Volgens mij heb ik dat tijdens de aankondiging al even aangegeven. Prachtige stad met een moeizaam parkeerverhaal. We hebben hier, om te beginnen, aan tafel hebben we Obbe Winkels.
Yes.
Van Delftse Burgers, zoals dat nog steeds genoemd wordt. Welkom, Obbe. We hebben Fleur. Fleur is daar hartstikke trots op. Fleur Bergman van Sanctus Virgilius. Ja. Virgiel Rugby wordt ook genoemd. Rugby sinds?
2 jaar nu.
2 jaar. Typisch studentenpathway. Ja. Hartstikke leuk. Nou, welkom Fleur. David Willemsen van Streepje C.
Hoi.
Hallo, David, welkom. Leuk dat je erbij bent.
Heel leuk.
Heb je er zin in?
Zeker.
Mooi. En de 4e rugbyclub in Delft is Toor. Niet geheel toevalligwijs ook het alma mater van onze erevoorzitter van de Dukes, Anton Becker, die ook jaren bij Thor heeft gespeeld. Hier hebben we Louise de Jong. Louise, welkom. Wij doen samen met 1 microfoon, omdat ons systeem maar 3 of 4 van die dingen, maar wij kunnen samen doen.
Lukt ons zeker, dank je.
Welkom. Leuk dat je er bent. Wat gaan we vandaag allemaal doen? Wij gaan het even over Delft als rugbystad. Want 4 verenigingen, waarvan de 1 de Old Tigers ter ziele is. Inmiddels wordt die plaats een beetje opgevangen door de Dutch Barbarians. Wat je bijna als een vereniging kunt gaan zien, zo langzamerhand. Na alle jaren dat ze nu aan de weg timmeren. En daarnaast gaan we met gasten de domestic competition, zoals dat in goed Nederlands heet. Dus onze nationale ereklasse bespreken. Maar dat doen we niet zomaar met Nederlandse rugbyers of trainers zoals we dat gewend zijn. Hoe vaak komen we in de gelegenheid dat we dat doen met de volgende mannen? Wat hebben die gemeen namelijk? 2 dingen. Ze zijn hier vandaag in de podcast, in de show aanwezig om te praten over de Dutch Barbarians en de nationale competitie. En ze hebben allemaal 1 of meerdere WK's gespeeld. En een aantal van hun zijn ook wereldkampioen geworden. Dat is niet niets. En hoe vaak ben je in de gelegenheid om met dat soort mensen het rugby in Nederland te bespreken? Volgens mij vrijwel nooit. Dus daar zijn we hartstikke trots op. Delft, we beginnen met jou, Obbe.
Leuk.
4 verenigingen hier, hoe zit dat?
Precies zoals je het zegt. We hebben 4 verschillende verenigingen, 3 studentenverenigingen en 1 burgervereniging. Die is opgericht door 2 van de studentenverenigingen in 1974. En we zijn met z'n allen hard aan de weg aan timmeren omdat we, in 1998 het Nationaal Rugbycentrum misliepen. Want dat hebben we wel ingediend als plan. Ze misliepen omdat we te ver van Amsterdam af lagen, denk ik. Zijn we aan het timmeren om zoveel mogelijk Delftenaren aan het rugby te krijgen.
Niet centraal genoeg in Amsterdam gelegen, zeg maar.
Dat denk ik. De hoofdstad van Europa. Hè?
Ja. Maar ambities met de burgers?
Ambities. Wat is ambities als de hele rugbywereld continu verandert en heen en weer schuift? Ik denk dat Delft op dit moment met de senioren 1 heren een klasse te laag speelt. We spelen 2e klasse. We zouden omhoog moeten kunnen. Jeugdafdeling voor ongeveer 250, 300 kinderen. Ja, we willen wel verdubbelen, maar dan kom je met velden, trainers, et cetera. Dus wij moeten gewoon langzaam doorgroeien. En proberen zoveel mogelijk mensen te vangen voor onze sport.
En cultuur is belangrijk bij jullie, denk ik. Hè? De principes gaan niet uit het raam.
Ja, wij proberen het gras door te laten groeien de kantine in. Ja. En dat draagt ook de waarde en norm uit die we met z'n allen hoog in het vaandel hebben.
Ja. En nou, het is mooi dat jij aan tafel staat. Jij zegt net, wij willen wel naar de eerste klasse. Er is veel, ik hoor veel geluiden dat veel clubs eigenlijk vinden dat de ereklasse naar 10 teams terug zou moeten. Dat heeft te maken met wat kwaliteit. We zien het dadelijk weer, er zitten wel aardige verschillen in niveau in die ereklasse. Dat zou betekenen dat er de mogelijkheid ontstaat om de eerste klasse naar een Noord en Zuid in te kunnen. Dat scheelt 16.000 kilometer rijwerk, denk ik, per jaar. Want als je nu van Franeker naar Aken moet of naar Middelburg, kan me zo maar voorstellen dat je daar niet zo vrolijk van wordt. 2 keer 10. Hoe klinkt dat voor jou?
Nou, laat ik vooropstellen dat we gewoon elke week een rugbywedstrijd willen hebben. En als die spannend is het gaaf. En als je een keer met 100-0 wint, is het ook leuk. En als je een keer met 100-0 verliest, dan hebben we crisis. Hè? Zo gaat dat. Voor ons is het belangrijk om in die eerste klasse te spelen. Omdat je dan kan zeggen, we spelen het 1 hoogste niveau van Nederland. En dat betekent dat je voor je jeugd een instapniveau creëert. Om eventueel door te groeien naar een hoger niveau voor de kinderen die dat willen. Of dat dan in een combinatie van 2 eerste klassen is, of dat maakt in de basis niet zo heel veel uit. Maar wij spelen nu 2e klasse. En als je tegen een jeugdlid met ambitie zegt, joh, kom volgend jaar, blijf bij Delft in de 2e klasse spelen. Dan zeggen ze ja. Terwijl als je in de eerste klasse zit en je hebt een groepje jeugd dat doorkomt, dan zou je door kunnen gaan promoveren, et cetera, et cetera. Wij geloven als Delft niet zo in het halen van buitenlandse spelers. We hebben dat wel een keer gedaan. En dan kan je een mooie groei doorstaan, maar om dat te stabiliseren en te houden is gewoon heel erg moeilijk. Dus wij zijn meer natuurlijke drive met onze eigen leden door naar de eerste klasse. Daar lekker in de middenmoot rugbyen. Af en toe een keer naar boven kijken. Af en toe misschien een keer naar beneden kijken. Hoe dat georganiseerd moet worden. Nou, daar heb je de wijze mannen van binnen Rugby Nederland. Want die hebben natuurlijk nationale selecties en dat soort dingen om aan te denken.
You heard it here first, zou Garrett zeggen. Wijze mannen bij Rugby Nederland. Geweldig.
Ja.
Nieuws.
Ja.
We hebben een première.
Ja,
Een primeur heet dat in de media. Fleur, hoeveel leden hebben jullie?
We zitten nu rond 60, denk ik.
Ja.
Dus we hebben een geheel mannenteam. En we clusteren met de vrouwen samen met Thor en met de Hake Hornets. Dus
Welke
dat
klasse?
zijn. Onze mannen in de 4e klasse en onze vrouwen in de 3e klasse.
Succesvol?
Prima. We
Give or
zijn
take.
allebei, vorige seizoen zijn we allemaal gedegradeerd. En nu gaat het wel wat beter. Maar we hadden ook een beetje opstartproblemen, want het is ons 2e jaar in het cluster met Thor en de Hornets. Dus dan moet je ook elkaar nog leren kennen en dat soort dingen. Dus het gaat wel steeds beter, merk ik. En bij onze mannen ook wel. Maar we hebben ook wel het probleem dat veel van onze spelers dan doorgaan naar Rotterdam of gaan verhuizen. En dat ouder worden en weggaan uit Delft. En dan,
Klaar zijn met studeren
Ja,
en dus
klaar
ook
zijn met
vertrekken.
studeren,
Ja.
waardoor je de doorstroom gewoon lastiger is.
Het lot van alle studentenverenigingen behalve Aascrum. Ja, komt niet laat. Sorry, komt niet. Het gaat
Beste vrienden.
David. Streepje C, hè? Ik zeg dat altijd goed. Hè? Jullie spelen succesvol in de future klasse. Vinden jullie ook leuk, heb ik het idee. Dus, allemaal jonge gasten onder elkaar natuurlijk. Steeds naar je zin?
Ja, Future Class is heel leuk om te spelen. Het is een hele competitie. Het is leuk om tegen leeftijdsgenoten te spelen. En het is leuk dat het niveau heel hoog ligt, denk ik. En ik denk elke wedstrijd is heel spannend. Of je nou tegen nummer 1 speelt of tegen iemand die onderin speelt. Het is allemaal hele leuke wedstrijden om te spelen.
Ja, want je kan ook zomaar gewoon tegen een team wat onderin staat. Die hebben weinig blessures. En dat zie je bij zo'n club dan heel vaak. Soms hebben ze 30% blessures. Dan zitten ze op 7%, hebben ze er een paar over uit de eerste.
Ja,
En die krijg je dan in je klink. En dan sta je in één keer tegen een must-win. Sta je in één keer in je onderbroek.
Nou ja, het is wel interessant als eerste teamspelers mee gaan doen.
Ja.
Dat maakt het soms wat moeilijker voor ons. Maar ik denk dat we de uitdaging heel leuk vinden.
Ja.
Heel leuk vinden om de competitie te voeren.
Ja, nou, ik denk dat het de enige klasse in Nederland is waar dat niet wordt gezien als competitievervalsing, maar als een verrijking van het verhaal.
Nou ja,
Tenzij het vooropgestelde...
ik denk niet altijd. Ik denk als je daarmee de wedstrijd wil winnen, Allah. En ik denk dat het ook wel het idee van de future class is dat je tegen jonge leeftijdsgenoten speelt. Ik denk dat dat niet door altijd wordt gewaarborgd door alle clubs. Maar wij vinden het leuk om tegen goede mensen te rugbyen, dus...
Nou, ik denk, misschien zei ik het verkeerd. Ik denk dat het zo moet zijn dat inderdaad als die gasten over zijn en ze zijn jong genoeg, dan moet je ze er gewoon inzetten. Dan speel je gewoon een taaie pot. Als de bedoeling is dat zij net de play-offs halen en jij net niet, dan is het een ander verhaal.
Nee,
Daar vinden we elkaar hoor, daar ben ik het helemaal mee eens. Dus, ambities?
Ik denk op den duur wel kampioen worden van de future klasse. Ja.
Nou, leuk. Hartstikke mooi. Succes daarmee. Ik juich jullie toe met regelmaat. We gaan vragen wat Thor, hoe het daarmee is.
Nou, ik ben van de iets oudere generatie van Thor. En we hadden, toen ik begon met rugby, een fantastisch damesteam. Het zou me een lief ding waard zijn als de dames van Thor in combinatie met Vergiel weer naar dat niveau zouden kunnen. Ereklasse, hofleverancier van het Nederlands team, internationale wedstrijden. Dat is toch wel iets heel aantrekkelijks voor studenten om dan in Delft te komen en te komen rugbyen. Die ambitie, als je die uitstraling hebt, dan trek je ook echt talent aan. Dus dat zou me echt een lief ding waard zijn om dat niveau weer omhoog te kunnen krijgen.
Jij bent zelf na je actieve rugbycarrière in de top van het Nederlandse dames powerliften beland.
Ja, dat klopt.
En doen jullie daar dan bij Thor je voordeel mee? Ik zal uitleggen wat ik bedoel. Heel vaak mensen gaan rugbyen, maar dat is natuurlijk een hele fysieke sport. En de winst van kracht en fitheid, die wordt echt heel erg onderschat heel vaak in het rugby.
Ja, dat denk ik ook inderdaad. Als je als powerlifter ook weet wat hard werken is en ploeteren. Ook als je even geen zin hebt in de regen, in de modder, zoals met rugbyen. Dan onderscheid je je al snel van de gemiddelde krachttrainer.
Ja.
Dus doorgaan als het zwaar wordt, dat is wel echt een kwaliteit die ik met rugby heb geleerd. Waar ik nu nog ontzettend veel plezier van heb.
Gewoon discipline doorgaan waar het nodig is. Nou, als clubs, dit is toch een beetje een bijzondere uitzending, hè, de Dutch Barbarians uitzending. Maken jullie, voor mij, hoe ik het heb gezien, daarom heb ik het op het begin af aan omarmd. In zo'n klein rugbyland als Nederland, hè, moet je alle initiatieven die er zijn vanuit de bond, met alle respect voor de hardwerkende mensen bij de bond, maar verwacht niet dat ze naar je toe komen met een talentenprogramma wat jouw club, jouw leden plezier gaat doen. Daar is geen geld voor, er zijn geen mensen voor, daar is het allemaal niet groot genoeg voor, dus ik begrijp dat. Maar er zijn wel initiatieven. Er zijn de Dutch Girls Rugby. Er is de Barbarians heet dat, geloof ik. Dat is de Sevens cluster. En de Dutch Barbarians. En dat wordt steeds groter. Sturen jullie daar mensen naartoe? Vaardigen jullie jonge mensen af daar naartoe? Want volgens mij hebben ze ook voor de studentenleeftijd nog steeds ruimte voor spelers. Toen bleef het stil.
Nou, wij niet op het moment. Ik denk, ook het studentenleven is druk. Rugby, studie, een vereniging, leuke dingen. En dan is het sowieso al moeilijk om 2 keer op training te komen voor sommige mensen. En 1 wedstrijd te spelen. Dus voor niet iedereen is het weggelegd, denk ik. En je hebt ook de Nederlandse studententeam.
Nederlands studententeam.
Wat dan meer, denk ik, vrienden of leeftijdsgenoten zijn. Maar ja, ik denk wij als club staan er zeker voor open en willen zeker het stimuleren. Maar iedere student is eigen drukke leven waar je geen invloed op hebt.
Oké, en de rest? Jullie? De dames? Ja, ik denk niet dat ze dames doen, hè? Nee, dus niet dus Dutch Girls. Sorry.
Wat ik al zei, ik ben een van de iets oudere spelers van Thor. Maar wat ik wel merk is dat de kinderen van mijn teamgenoten wel aan dit soort initiatieven meedoen. Aan dat meisjesteam dat nu naar een toernooi in Frankrijk gaat. Dus die hebben dan nog wel een connectie met Delft. Wonen er misschien niet meer. Maar de volgende generatie, Thor-dames, doet wel degelijk mee aan die high-level initiatieven.
Oké, nou super, want zeker bij de dames is daar ook voldoende winst te behalen. Delft, doen jullie eraan mee? Zijn jullie early adapters?
Wij hebben het niet in ons systeem zitten, laat ik het zo maar zeggen. We hebben natuurlijk de rugbyacademie, waar kinderen, jongens, meisjes al aan meedoen. We hebben binnen onze eigen club hebben we een bepaalde weg die jongens en meisjes bewandelen. Bij de meisjes natuurlijk al redelijk vroeg na de junioren richting ons eerste team, wat de ereklasse speelt, gaan. De Barbarians en andere initiatieven, dat zijn vaak initiatieven die via ouders of via teammanagers binnenkomen. En wij zullen nooit zeggen, je mag daar niet heen. Hè, want de meer je rugby, te fijner wij het vinden. Maar het is niet dat als er een nieuw lid komt, wij zeggen, nou, je kan bij Delft komen rugbyen. En als je daar nog een beetje talent hebt, en wat talent dan is, laat ik even in het midden. Dan kan je misschien wel door daar en daar en daarheen. Dat hebben we niet. En wij moedigen wel elk initiatief aan, maar op dit moment zijn er wel een hele hoop initiatieven in Nederland. En vind ik, maar dat is dan ik persoonlijk, dat daar de Nederlandse Rugbybond goed aan zou doen om daar een vorm of een structuur in te brengen of te bereiden. En dat ontbreekt nu.
Nee, volgens mij vinden we daar elkaar alweer. Dat is de tweede keer dat wij het eens zijn
maar
vandaag.
wel mede excuses.
Sorry daarvoor.
Ja, ik zal dadelijk een andere insteek kiezen.
Ja, nee, hoera. Want daar ben ik ook een beetje in de war. Kijk, helemaal eens, want dat zou het natuurlijk moeten zijn. Dat zou dus, kijk, als je niet kan betalen en zelf niet kan organiseren, moet je het adopteren. Zo zeker kan het zijn. En dan kan je het ook nog een beetje structureren, want dat moet nog wel lukken. Hè? We hebben een nieuwe technisch directeur. Nou, die zou dit soort dingen moeten omarmen. Hè? Moeten zeggen, nou, gaan we zo doen. En als jij niet bij ons in de high performance pathway... Ja, kijk even in de camera. High performance pathway zit... Dat wil niet zeggen dat jij niet goed genoeg bent. Maar misschien ben je wel een late instromer. En misschien ben je wel een laat bloeier. En misschien ben je wel een hele tijd geblesseerd geweest. Er zijn een miljoen redenen. Misschien kunnen je ouders het wel helemaal niet betalen. Er zijn een miljoen redenen om daar niet in te zitten. Maar hoe fijn is het dan dat daar een vangnet voor is, waar je heel veel dingen leert. En niet het minste vangnet, maar een vangnet met echt een internationale allure. Dus ik zou zeggen, maak er sowieso gebruik van. En daarom is het ook vandaag een beetje, om daar nog wat meer rugbaarheid aan te geven bij clubs. Maar hopen dat er ook nog een structuur in aangebracht wordt. Dus ook nog een oproep naar de bond van jongens, zet die handtekening eens een keer.
Wat heel leuk en interessant zou zijn, waar we het aan de bar vaak over hebben, of als je elkaar tegenkomt, is als je kijkt hoeveel dames er zijn in Delft die rugbyen. En je sluit aan op Louise en zegt van, laten we nou de dames die ambitie hebben een keer in een team laten spelen tegen de dames van AAC en Waterland die ambitie hebben. 1 keer per maand, 2 keer per maand. En dan praat ik niet over die paar euro benzine of die maaltijd. Maar laten dat gebeuren. We zoeken de beste 23-jarigen van Delft, DSC, Thor, Vergiel. En die laten we eens tegen de wat oudere spelen van dezelfde clubs, bij wijze van spreken. Dan krijg je ook iets richting prestatie. Maar we moeten ons ook bewust zijn dat een heel groot deel van onze sporters gewoon willen rugbyen 1 keer in de week. En 2 keer in de week willen trainen. En helemaal niet zitten te wachten op een onder 23 competitie. Op het hoogste niveau spelen. Noem allemaal maar op. Die willen gewoon lekker bezig zijn.
Nou, de meeste, met afstand de meeste zijn.
Nou ja, dus daar moeten we voor zorgen. En dan moeten we proberen die mensen die andere keuzes maken, daarin een beetje te onderhouden. De damesselectie, we hebben bij ons in de damesselectie een paar dames die tegen het Nederlands team aanhikken. We hebben een hele grote groep die gewoon in het eerste van Delft willen rugbyen. En we hebben een groep die volgens mij op de clusterdagen van de dames met het tweede team in een soort verzameldag wedstrijden spelen. En die hebben allemaal evenveel plezier. Nou, hoe goed wil je het hebben?
Maar het leuke vind ik altijd dat het een gaat niet zozeer ten koste van het ander. Want als jij gewoon lekker wil trainen, nou, dat kan bij jou op de club.
Zo.
En dan kan je een biertje drinken aflopen of een Fanta, kan mij het schelen. En op zaterdag heb je je wedstrijd of op zondag heb je je wedstrijd. En er is een referee en er wordt gefloten. Soms goed, soms kom jij. En daar doe je het voor en daar betaal je contributie voor. Maar dan heb je eigenlijk niks te wensen. Zo heb ik mijn hele carrière gerugd. Meer is er niet toe. Maar dan blijft er nog energie over bij mensen met ambitie. En daar kan ook voor gezorgd worden. En dat vraagt veel meer structuur en gebeuren. Ja. Maar zolang het kan en zolang we er niet aan failliet gaan, moet dat ook kunnen wat mij betreft. Delft, studentenstad, veel internationale influx van studenten. Je hebt hier de bouwopleiding bijvoorbeeld, een grote opleiding met veel buitenlandse studenten. Vaak komen die uit landen waar veel gerugbied wordt. Doen jullie daar een voordeel mee?
Als Thor Dames hebben we zeker voordeel gehad van internationale spelers. Studenten uit Nieuw-Zeeland bijvoorbeeld, die hier kwamen studeren voor een master. Die dan in ons team een paar jaar konden meedraaien. En in Nieuw-Zeeland is rugby zo ontzettend populair dat je die mensen echt niks meer hoeft te vertellen natuurlijk. En aan de andere kant zijn we als Thor Dames ook leverancier geweest voor het Nederlands team, waardoor we onze eigen spelers internationale wedstrijden hebben kunnen laten spelen. Dus dat is ook wel een mooie wisselwerking geweest.
Ja, dat is extra speciaal. Dus betekent ook dat je iets goed doet.
Absoluut, absoluut.
En jullie, influx, internationaal?
Ja, deels. Ik denk als je goed genoeg bent voor het eerste, dan verwelkom je van harte.
Ja.
Dus dat zijn er nu toevallig niet, maar elk jaar denk ik 1 of 2, soms 3, die een master komen doen in Delft of een minor. Maar in principe moet je lid zijn van DSC om bij ons te spelen. Dus als je niet goed genoeg bent, dan helaas niet.
Nee, ook al kom je uit Nieuw-Zeeland, dat begrijp ik. Want ik kom zelf uit het land van Johan Cruijff. En toch werd ik op het camping-elftal in Frankrijk altijd als laatste gekozen. Ja. Dus soms stond ik zelfs wissel terwijl ze mensen tekort hadden.
Ja, dus de Erikjes hoeven we niet te hebben.
Nee, daar kun je niks mee. Nee. Nou ja, goed. Dat is wat ik vroeger altijd al zei tegen kinderen die echt dus gewoon zei, joh, ik kap hem mee, want ik kan het niet. Zei ik maar we hebben later ook voorzitters nodig. Dus heel belangrijk.
Praten over
Fleur.
Ja, wij hebben helemaal geen internationale studenten. Ook net zoals wat David zei, wij zijn onderdeel van Vergiel. En dat is een Nederlandse studentenvereniging. En je moet eerst lid zijn van Vergiel om bij ons lid te kunnen worden. En daar heb je eigenlijk geen internationale studenten. Waardoor wij dus ook geen internationale studenten hebben. En ik denk, wij hebben dus niet wat streep C heeft. Want wij spelen gewoon op veel lager niveau. Dus wij hebben niet per se dat er mensen uit het buitenland... Want we mogen wel 3 externe mensen hebben of zoiets. Maar we hebben niet echt dat ze heel graag bij ons willen spelen. Dus dat hebben wij niet echt.
Ook niet uit Vaticaanstad of zo.
Nee, niet echt. Ik krijg wel eens of tijd mails nog, maar dat zijn ook van mensen van 12. Die willen dan met ons meetrainen. Dat is erg schattig.
Dat is wel schattig, maar niet zo praktisch.
Ja, heel fijn, heel fijn.
Tor heeft het grootste deel internationale studenten.
Ja.
Ook bij de mannen. Dat is meer denk ik, ja, mensen die heel veel internationale studenten gaan naar Tor doen, denk ik.
Oké. Ja. En niet naar streepje C. Nee, korps natuurlijk.
Nee,
ja.
nee.
Okay.
Ik denk... Ik denk dat voor buitenlandse studenten het best wel een grote stap is om lid te worden van het koor. En dan daarna ook nog eens een keer lid te worden van hun rugbyclub. En bij Tor ben je alleen lid van de rugbyclub. Ja. Dan ga je lekker biertje drinken, trainen. Ja. En heb je niet jaarclub en verticale verhaal eromheen.
Ja, dat.
Ja. Ja. Dus wij verwelkomen ze heel graag.
Nou, leuk. Nou, goed zo. Nou, en bij Delft?
Bij ons is iedereen welkom. Of je student bent of geen student. Iedereen is gewoon welkom, buitenland, niet buitenland. Wat wel heel mooi is dat je ziet dat door de rugby... mensen die een opleiding volgen in het buitenland terechtkomen. En daar verder gaan met een rugbycarrière. Dus het is niet alleen wisselwerking van daar naar hier. Maar ook wij proberen het SC Delft logo of de stad Delft in het buitenland op die manier bekend te maken. Dus het is een hele mooie internationale golfbeweging. En wij krijgen wel buitenlandse studenten omdat ze bij jullie lid moeten worden van de vereniging ook. Ja, wij zullen daar niet over klagen.
Nee, dat begrijp ik. Ik heb een laatste vraag als afsluiting aan jullie. Wat is nou een beetje de talk of town de laatste tijd? Wordt dat erger? Gebrek aan goede, gekwalificeerde of enthousiaste trainers. Hoe is dat bij jullie allemaal?
Zal ik beginnen?
Is goed.
Ja.
Niet anders dan de afgelopen 100 jaar.
Dramatisch dus.
Dramatisch, nee. We hebben 2 soorten trainers. We hebben de vrijwilligers die vanuit hun ouderlijke rol training gaan geven bij de jeugd. Dus die hebben hun drang om die training te geven de jeugd te helpen. En we hebben dan 2 betaalde trainers die de selecties trainen. Waarvan we ook dingen verwachten. En ja, om ze te vinden is moeilijk. Maar als je ze eenmaal hebt en je kan ze in dat warme bad, wat RC Delft in ieder geval is, ontvangen, dan is dat heel mooi. En wij zien ook wel dat trainers van ons naar de studentenverenigingen zijn gegaan en vice versa. Dus wat dat betreft is daar een hele mooie overloop. Alleen ja, het zou mooi zijn als we er nog 6 of 7 of 8 kunnen vinden. Werken
jullie samen? Hebben jullie een soort koepel aan het, zoals de maffia in Amerika of in Italië, dat je samen af en toe eens een keer aan een ronde tafel gaat zitten en zegt van jongens, dit hebben wij nodig en dit hebben jullie nodig?
Ja, onze hoofdtrainer die betaald wordt, is iets meer gespecialiseerd in voorwaartse. Dus in het begin, Obbe die komt iets meer gespecialiseerd
tot kerst ongeveer.
Ja. Dus kwam Obbe naar ons toe voor de backs en ging onze trainer Bas en El naar Delft toe. Ja. Dus ging na de training door naar RC Delft en Obbe kwam voor de trainer ons toe.
Ja, en we hebben elkaars nummer, hè? Dat is het belangrijkste. Tor is nu de boot opnieuw aan het inkitten. Ik weet niet precies wat ze allemaal aan het doen zijn. Maar die hebben hun clubavond nu bij ons op de club. Als de velden bij X, de sportstichting, dicht zijn, dan komt er altijd een belletje naar ons toe van joh, kunnen we bij jullie? Nou, is het meestal bij ons dan ook dicht. Maar we kunnen elkaar vinden en we kunnen elkaar helpen als het nodig is. En dat zullen we ook altijd doen natuurlijk. Althans.
Ja, we hebben ook recent, toen speelden onze mannen tegen jullie.
Ja.
En onze dames speelden eigenlijk op X. Dus dat was wel Super Sunday, maar dan wel op X.
Op
en
2
bij
plekken.
RC Delft. Dus uiteindelijk hadden we in overleg met jullie, hebben we ook onze dameswedstrijd ook naar jullie kunnen verplaatsen. Zodat we met z'n allen gewoon bij RC Delft konden rugbieren.
Ja. Dus wat dat betreft is vanuit ons in ieder geval een onwijs leuke, goede samenwerking. En dat kan altijd beter. Je kan altijd zeggen, joh, we moeten de gemeente Delft als hoofdsponsor van Rugby Delft hebben. Nou, dat zou mooi zijn. Hè? Amersfoort is niet Rugby Delft, het is Rugby RTL 4. Sky's the limit.
Daar sluiten we mee af. Ik dank jullie wel voor jullie aanwezigheid. En wij gaan verder naar het volgende deel van de show. En dat is onder leiding van Andrew. It's going to be a great episode. Svenningsen. Dank jullie wel en tot de volgende.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a great episode of Het is Virak. We're down here in Delft, and today we've actually got some professionals down at the table, not just me and Eric and Gareth here on the table. But guys, thank you so much for coming. I will introduce you one for one. Of course, you guys probably don't need an introduction, but I have to do it anyway. I'll start on that side of the table. Bobby Skinstad, South African captain, all the way here in Delft. So happy to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Next to him, we've got Botha, also a South African player, also a World Cup winner. It's so happy to be here. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to have a great day, guys. Next to him, Nicky Little, Fijian fly half.
Not World Cup winner.
But 4 World Cups. 4 World Cups. Not many can say that they've been to 4 World Cups in their life.
Participation medal.
And here I've got Sylvester, and to be honest, I forgot your surname. Your surname is?
Ramaker.
Ramaker, there we go. And he's here with the Dutch Barbarians, coming to give us a little bit of information. Happy to have you. It's going to be such a good day, guys. Keep the microphone next to the mouth there. There we go. I saw you already. So, guys, first of all, my first question. How was the trip to get to the Netherlands?
I'll start.
You took the longest route.
No, Nicky took the longest route. You can tell us.
I got picked up by my business partner, Jeffrey, 5 o'clock from the house. The dog and the wife just went, didn't just get out. And we got here, 11? It was easy. Yeah. It was easy in the passenger seat.
Nice. Passenger princess.
Yeah.
I came last night. I didn't want to miss out. Fair said, if you come a day earlier, I can treat you to a braai at my house. So I was straight on the flight.
And what were the ratings for a braai? Was it a good braai?
Very good braai.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
There we go.
World class. But he started wanting to give things called Havenwater and those things. I was like, no. I've got to go running in the morning. I'm glad I did because it would have been deviled.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very good.
I took the same route in and enjoyed a great braai that I'll give it about a 9.5, just about 9.5. It was almost there. It was probably down to the wood he was using. So, look, it was a great night and great to be here again. Been in Delft a few times and always a great time to be here.
So, guys, again, just thanks for coming. Before we start in the actual rugby talk, because I hope some of us are going to learn something today from the guys at the table, but we're just going to do a quick cheers. Just a quick cheers and have a sip of the beer. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it.
Cheers. Here's to rugby. No Buffalo.
Cheers, Buffalo.
Whoa,
Buffalo.
Sorry about that. There you go, thanks, mate. And don't forget the wine as well, eh? Nicky?
Whose is this?
There's a wonderful wine tasting going on downstairs. Nicky went past and he just got a little sample to bring up to show us.
This is the elegant wine.
So, guys, usually how it works on Het is Virak, we watch all the games from last week that's happened in the Dutch league. Awesome. We've seen a few clips already, but with your guys' expertise here at the table, would be great to see what do you guys see on the field and some questions about the Dutch rugby culture. Always good to hear. But we'll start just with clip 1 with Rugby Club Ameland from Hookers from Holland.
Nice break up the middle there. Yeah. Very smart to go straight through the middle of the racket. A lot of speed, eh?
But white uniform and mud is not very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you can see the fly off a lot easier.
Nicky noticed that's a no G pitch. That's a Fiji pitch.
Yeah, that's
it's not the 5G, but we see 5G. We see 5G. I mean, great. What a lovely kick across the field. And isn't that, from a fly-off position, isn't that becoming more popular?
Yeah, it's good when the outside boys, they keep width.
Yeah.
They're just tired.
Create a bit of space.
Yeah.
Getting into the tighter phases, let's go more
These
important
gone
part of
heavy.
rugby. Here we
They've
go.
gone heavy here. Here we go. BJ, this is all yours,
Coming up
mate.
shortly.
Well, the muscles
Guys
going
really put the ball over the line. There we go.
See, I'm at the back.
You see, that's a prop with no celebration. There's no celebration.
Here we go.
What's that?
Oh, look at that scrum.
Celebrating.
BJ's getting excited.
Oh, mate.
There we go. Turnover. Beautiful. great lift in the lineouts and a good set on the maul.
Yeah.
See, this is.
And that's exactly
I
I like
clean.
it.
So I don't get the
Referee
ball.
standing in the wrong position. He needs to be watching the offline backline.
what he's watching.
Yeah, there we go. He's going to watch a try now.
There we go. Another one.
Oh,
can
tight
run.
head going backwards
Look at
here.
the-
What's happening?
Look at the platform for the 8.
They cut him
Yeah.
short.
You know all about that from back in the day.
Exactly. Here we go. This is the most effective driving maul I've seen
This
in the
reminds
whole
me of
year.
playing for Fiji against like England or South Africa. We just get
That's
smashed
from the
up.
22.
Fast forward to
So yeah,
Sylvester?
so you watched the rugby there. You got a bit of it. You got a bit of it there.
yeah, a little bit.
Set piece, guys. We've got some set pieces to get through, and yeah. We've got the master tactician here in the scrum, of course. I do have a question for you, BJ, because you were quite well known. Obviously, I'm from Durban in South Africa, and I spent a lot of my time in the stadium watching you as a Sharks player. And you're quite well known for not being the biggest prop out there, and you were always battling horns with some of the best in the world. And how did you go about it? I did hear you say something earlier today about you had systems in place. You know, this is what I need from you, and this is what I'm going to give you back, and the mindset versus technique. What's the importance of that difference?
Yeah, I suppose firstly I was kind of fortunate enough to play with a great era of players. I think we had a great era of players in that year in the sense of and even more so now in today's game. But from a South African perspective, yeah, it's always been a challenge up front. We've always kind of measured ourselves up there, and I think through the schooling system, you kind of measured yourself all the way up, and that's how you develop as a front row. So it's that pride and, you know, kind of working up the system. I suppose once we went into kind of the pro level, it was about, you know, doing your job and doing it well. And I think the guys that do well in the scrum work in that cohesive unit. And I suppose for me, it was making sure everything was on song. You know, I suppose spoke about it earlier about giving the platform to the back line and kind of to the 8. And, you know, those are the guys that usually, when the scrum went well, those are the guys that usually got man of the match, you know. So I suppose it's that whole focus around the team, but also how you built that over time, because it didn't always go forward. It was a kind of a real learning curve, 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've got a story about BJ.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
There we go.
Everyone in the room just went, yes.
No, I'll tell you why,
Enough of that.
because he's my mate, but he also used to, and he was my roommate on I came back and played at the Sharks with these guys, and he's an incredible guy, best scrummager you've ever come across, hardest working guy. But he would run the room like he would run the scrum, like he would run everything. And he would say to me, because I'm a bit sort of laid back, and so he said, no, this is how it's going to be, okay? I need clean towels, I need water bottles, I need this many things available, and if I come back and they're not there, remember, I get grumpy. and then I'd have to count, okay, he's got enough towels, the water's fine, okay. Sure, he's not going to be grumpy. Because when we play with him, he's like, no, I'm ready for the scrum. If the lock's not here, and the hook is not here, whatever, he goes, guys, I'm going to have to talk to you. And you know that the next phase of that is he's going to knock you out and someone else is going to be in your position.
And how many times did you, on purpose, not put the right towels
No,
there?
only once. You learn once, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Learn from your mistakes.
Exactly. But he did, as a roommate, he said to me, listen, we can walk around town, we can have coffee, we can be friends. Just remember, on game day, I'm grumpy. It's not my fault, I'm grumpy. Okay, because I'm going to go and fight someone for you to get easy ball at the back. I said, that's okay for me.
That's true. True story.
What a treat as a third rower. What a treat as a third rower.
Grinch. True story.
Which quickly, because I do want to get through the clips quite quickly from the Dutch era class. That is what the show is all about, and obviously you guys as well, being the main factor, which is the main part just now. But we're going to go straight into clip number 2. Please, Mr. Wizard Harry Potter. Jukes versus RSA. Jukes being undefeated this season.
Look at that pitch.
Lovely.
That's lovely, huh? Very good breakaway. I didn't see how he got there, but a length of the field try. Driving maul's very popular, eh?
Oh, he's being picked up.
Done one. Look at that. He's been driven back, but he's snuck around the front there for another try.
Refs in the right place this time.
And good touch judges. Look right there.
Yeah.
They're keeping their width.
Oh, dropped it on. 3-man overlap. He's dropped it onto the foot, and when you're going to score.
Oh, no.
He spilled it. So the Duke's currently sitting on top with quite a little bit of a standpoint.
Red's turn.
Yeah, they're undefeated this season. The Dukes down in Mbos. They should be quite happy with that. Vuga
Hey.
Takabao.
There's a Kaibiti there, number 9, eh? Fiji,
Yeah,
right?
there we go. And
Come on. Come on.
Oh, cross kick, lovely. Lovely finish, eh? Nice. Is that the 5G pitch you were talking about? Fantastic surface, eh? See the difference in speed. You got to like a driving ball. You got to change how you put your feet. You got to actually, because you slip a little bit in mud on that. You don't slip, eh?
There he goes.
Yeah. One or two ACLs have maybe gone on that
There he
field.
goes. There he goes. Through the middle. So anyway.
One more. Here we go. Oh,
The hook has found himself in space and doesn't know what to do with the ball.
So it goes into slow motion when the heavies get it. You see?
Here we go.
That was
lovely.
Skills from the second row.
Mate, look at those
Fantastic.
Great right shoulder. It's like old school right shoulder.
that number 10 on the white
look at
defender
that.
like I did.
Look at the space it gives that 8. Incredible.
Look at that. On the way around.
He doesn't even have to.
Good play.
No, it is good play. Actually, the quality is outstanding. The finishing, I mean, that's pace. Love
Hands
it.
to the width.
Very good. It's a big win, though, eh? It's a big win. They've done very well, yeah.
Snap out the back. They've gone. Look at them. Oh, that's cheating.
Good soft skills.
There we go.
Good try in the corner. Yeah, Duke's having an easy one this weekend. So we're all here today for the Dutch Barbarians, of course. You guys have certain roles when it comes to the Dutch Barbarians, but Sylvester, you're kind of like the main man, the main man at the Dutch Barbarians. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program and what we're actually trying to achieve with a program like the Dutch Barbarians?
Dutch Barbarians are a development platform. So we try to develop players. It's a different kind of path than academies. And also we want to take it a bit further, just also develop coaches for different clubs. So we're really looking for the binding with the clubs and with players and making friendships. And that's a bit how we want to develop.
Yeah. And with developing in a team, like we've just seen with the Dukes on show there, they've got quite a lot of guys from outside the country that have come in to help them work. And when I went and watched the Dukes a couple of weeks ago and I saw that their line-out, how much it's improved from a guy like Leroy, from a guy like Neil Otto, who's played at the Griquas in South Africa, the benefit that a team can get that. But how do we find the balance between having that outside influence and also growing your homegrown talent? How do we sort of fight that battle? Tough one, I know.
Yeah. No, we just of course we have some guest trainers. We try to who help us out with the technical stuff, and it's also we look for players who are not involved in academies, and it's all guys from Holland, and we put some with guest trainers like Brandon and Nicky into to get that the outside influences.
So basically trying to get the right people in the right place. We have heard a coach in recent years say that term quite a lot. It's not really about the best people, but the right people. You might know him. His name's Rassi Erasmus. He's one of the best coaches in the world at the moment.
But Andrew, you make a good point. I think the Barbarians' ethos is about the right people, not the best people. So, you know what I mean? Without having to then go long-term contracts with coaches that might sit there and might not be right, the guys coming in and out with the expertise from all around the world, learning things or whatever, and then the young people coming up. I'm very lucky to be an ex-Barbarian. For me, this is a fantastic program. It's an amazing opportunity to show how many people in this part of the world love rugby. They want to get better at it, and they want to be global about it and have friendships through the game. And that's what it's all about. So it's been something that's really actually helped me understand why the guys put so much time and effort into the Dutch Barbarian rugby program.
Yeah, exactly. I think just with the experience that you guys bring to the table, I don't think there's a rugby player on planet Earth who'd say, no, I wouldn't want that. Yeah. I think the way that it's moving is definitely forward.
Yeah. I think I was going to say just on that, is the key part really is, of course, coming in, coaching, but to basically, introduce that to and bring it over to the coaches for the long term, and that's where we leave it with, the blueprint for them to build it up themselves for a long term kind of real goal on that, because guest coaches come in and do their stuff, and obviously the players love it, but we need to think longer term there. How are we going to really build a system of coaches that kind of are there for the players, and they're there to develop themselves, whether they're doing World Rugby kind of qualifications or and with the system and having these coaches come in, because that's where the longevity lies, and that's the key part around it, I suppose, the Dutch Barbarian program for us and where we want to leave it. And that comes obviously from multiple phases where we're working with the clubs, working with the coaches from clubs. You know, how do we integrate that, and working with those players that also want to kind of aspire to higher levels.
I hope everyone at home has got their little pen and paper there, so we can jot down all the good points that we get here.
I reckon it's up to the players though to see what those guys from the Grikas have shown.
Yeah.
It's up to them to say, oh, I can do that, and just learn it. Because I remember when I first made the Fiji team, there was a little guy, quite good at rugby, Waisela Serevi. and when he was doing stuff, I was like, oh my God. Then I'll talk to him like, how do you do this? He goes, oh, I just, because he's so brilliant, he don't know how to coach. He goes, I just do this, and I watch his feet. And then I tried it, and people go, oh, you're quite good. Yeah, that was me. But I was just learning off this guy. Because,
it's true.
So coaches they could have told me all this.
Yeah.
But just learning off people, I got Vilimone de la Sau, I got Marika Vunnenbacher. Watching their feet when they run, I'm like, so it's up to us to be a sponge as well as players.
That's true.
Not just for coaches to tell us.
And you're the attacking and kicking coach for the Barbarians, from what I understand.
Yes,
and did I get that right?
A little bit of front row as well.
Nice. Yeah.
Use him.
And
I'm on the breakneck side.
What kind of not to give away all the secrets, but
the secrets of catching, passing, and running hard. It's a secret.
And like you said, BJ, about longevity, I've heard something about there's a 5-year plan. So we are thinking about the future, and how exactly are we going about it with coming to a 5-year plan? I'm quite a new coach, and I have not thought about what's happening in the next 5 years. I'm worried about tomorrow's 80 minutes. So how do coaches sort of go in and plan for the long-term goal?
I think it's that key word we use is pressure, and I suppose when we use that word and how we can work out trainings, and I suppose our program around the pressure system around training, I suppose we've worked with the program now for some time. The thing about firstly is numbers to training. I think in the Dutch Barbarians, we need the numbers there. We need the numbers to come in, the players and stuff. And so then we've looked at where's the baseline. What are we actually coaching first? Skills. Are we bringing the skill side in? Are we actually teaching systems before we teach actions, such as the defensive one-on-one tackles? Or are we kind of teaching systems first? And how are we building that, I suppose, base so we can layer on that? And then we're obviously adding to that with pressure, because again, pressure adding to scrum, to line out, to attack, to defense, is a completely different ball game then, and you basically then react off that and where we find ourselves. And I suppose from a long-term perspective, it does give us time. We want to get there sooner rather than later, but it's also kind of, we don't rush things like skills, and especially when you talk about skills, it's kicking, it's passing, it's real kind of specific skills. So when we do get to the game, those actions become kind of subconscious.
When you're under pressure, the subconscious works. If you haven't been able to do it with a group of people, it's such a great point. It's like, it's easy to run up and down and do it on your own, but if you're in a well-coached environment, you know how to do it like you would in a rugby game.
It's this 10,000 hours that you do any skill.
That's right.
And I suppose we find of that where we're starting with a lot of the players on different levels. So that's also the part about where we bring them in. We were talking about profiling. We're going to be profiling players when they come in, so we give them something to work on, where they find themselves in passing, kicking, lifting the line out, really, baseline skills, we want to build off. And I suppose the relationship then from the Barbarians, the Dutch Barbarians, is then to the clubs and how they're developing their players, and hopefully we get that kind of crossover. And then, as I said, long term, it's always about the player for us, So we're thinking about where they can go to as individuals, and I suppose then we've done our job.
And just something you said there made me think about, like, as a coach, don't worry about the guys here downstairs. Well, I just want to get better as a coach now, so I'm going to just ask questions that benefit me. But the balance between a micro and a macro skill at something like the Barbarians, how do you decide the balance between let's work on team culture and game plan and tactics, or let's work on the soft skills, I describe it as a micro skill, which is what you do yourself, or a macro skill, what you do with your team.
Well, you'll have a plan, and that plan needs jobs. Those jobs need skills, and then the skills need developing. Flip it up on its head and work on those skills first, or do you flip it on its feet and say, to get that job, I need these skills? Isn't that not just rugby? That's just a job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But I think it's such a good point Nicky makes. You know, coming from a South African environment, I've got a 12-year-old boy. I've got photos on my phone. It's Saturday morning in South Africa. By his choice, he's doing hill sprints in the dunes with his friends, carrying each other up and down. That's his fun Saturday morning. He's got cricket in the afternoon, but he wants to do that. Now, rugby was a late developer in this part of the world, and it's got so many difficult things that it's playing against with football and you know, other preoccupations for the kids. So what I'm watching from the outside is amazing, is that the guys are saying, listen, we'll come in, we'll give you the framework, but then also let's give you the love of the game so that you walk home with a rugby ball under your arm and you're passing and you're moving stuff and you got your friend and you
want to be useful.
You're going to pass it across the canal so that you don't drop it in, so you get good at it, whatever that is. You know, because Nicky will tell you he would have grown up playing touch rugby 5 times a week, 7 times a week, you know what I mean, which we've had. And you can't go and say, oh, I'm going to join your club on a Tuesday and a Thursday for 1 hour and I'm going to be a good rugby player. It's not going to happen. It's got to be a combination of the players buying into this framework the guys are building, which I think is fantastic because it's not academies and it's not national, but it's the glue that brings it all together.
Yeah, and I've heard so many coaches tell me that defense is an emotion, not really a skill. It's just, do you want to stop someone? Yes or no, and you go and stop them.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
And I think coming out of South Africa, you always had a rugby ball or a cricket ball or a basketball in my hand just to play around with. But and I think when I arrived here, one of the best way I can explain it is the Netherlands is a very intelligent country. They really love the numbers. They look at it and they want to know height, weight, and all this kind of stuff. But then we forget about that. Rugby is a very emotional sport. You've got to get to an emotional state which allows you to actually run into a 130 kg person, and that's something that if we can bring that culture to the game here in the Netherlands, where we actually have a love and a passion for the sport. And I mean, if you just look outside the window and how many beasts you probably see on the streets here,
because I didn't have the numbers that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Just played rugby, man,
100%.
and found myself in the team. If you give it to the big guys and the fast guys, we'll all get better. Fine. So I found my place.
Exactly.
But the thing is, the common denominator here is the love of the game. Okay, you got to love the game. That's why we're here. And I suppose when the players are coming through, and I suppose what we want to create the Dutch Barbarians is, you know, there will be tough times there. The pressure will be on. As you talk about culture, you talk about mindset. That's where it's developed. It develops when your back's against the wall. Why? Because you have to look next to you. You can't do it on your own. You have to look next to you, and that's where that whole teamness comes through. And that's where that whole drive comes through about looking next to you. Talking about our systems when I was kind of a player, I mean, that's where it was. I didn't look anywhere else but around me. You know, what was around me then? That's what gave me confidence. I knew now, my job done, front foot ball for the 12 running through. On defense, 8th man picking up or stopping, that's the kind of system, I suppose. That then is this run-off effect from that, okay? And it's incredible how it works when it does flow.
Yeah, because like we tease front rowers because it's who wants to be in there? Who wants to be there?
Stop laughing.
That is the ultimate pressure. And if they can do their job, like BJ was saying, and our 8 man can run easily and we get the ball to the wing to score, it's all been a process.
Yeah.
So just fit where do you need to be and what is your job?
Yeah, I don't have an answer because you guys are saying all the stuff that is supposed to be said. It's like I said, guys, it's a great episode. But I do have to rush us on and I do have to push us forward to the next clip, number 3. Oysters versus Botha. So this is quite an interesting game.
Oysters.
Oh, they are the Oysters versus Botha. So these guys are probably battling it out here at the bottom of the league, but this is probably going to be
moving too slow.
Yeah. This is a slow mo. This is not the forwards just carrying the ball.
It's a pick and go. A bit of wood.
There we go.
Yeah. Ball around the back. There's some great skills we're watching here, guys. I mean, I'm super impressed with the level. I mean, the nice attempt at a steal. Little inside pass, you know.
Clean that, hurry up.
And also some big, strong guys getting rid of the ball, you know, early into space. I mean, it's fantastic quality, yeah.
Off the ground.
Let's pass in front there. Again, what's he got?
Oh, there we go.
Gone.
Round and gone.
Beautiful.
Got a chance. I mean, I think one of the things I have to ask about this, so the competitiveness of the league, has it been dominated by one club over the last decade or so, or two clubs or three clubs?
Three or four clubs.
Okay, which ones are those?
I think Den Haag, Eemland is doing really well now at the moment.
Yeah.
Diok is coming up again. Yes, they're doing well.
Hilversum.
No, Hilversum is not in the league.
Not anymore, but they did control the league for 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's just because what they have the
And why?
players.
Yeah, why?
Do they have the
Why?
players? You know, there's location-wise. Is it?
Well, Den Haag they have this the big club. They have the players. But they're all bringing in some players too, so they also have some money to spend.
Okay.
So they'd be clubs like, for me, which would be a great aim for, you know, the Dutch Barbarians to say the players who are not starting, you know, join, be part of. There's tours, there's places to go and expand your rugby opportunity as well. You know, if you can't have 10 fly halves at one club, if you know what I mean. You got to have a league that's spread out amongst everyone. Yeah.
Which is currently the position I'm in. I've got 1,500 wingers and 14 flanks, but I've only got 2 props.
No props.
So,
No props.
so I put the boots on, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll do it just because I'm
That's the
big.
conversation. Transition from 6 to 3.
Yeah. It's quite a difficult one.
Maybe let's just try it.
Yeah, no, I've put in the protocol that once you've turned 30, you have to go to the forwards.
Well, if you're below 1.75, definitely. It's the game.
We're gonna shoot straight on to the next one. It's Corey versus Rotterdam. Rotterdam, obviously, last season winning 23 out of 24 games and just missing out in the final against Den Haag. Just something to mention. Just one game, but it's Corey also doing really well this season. So
Which one's Rotterdam? Blue.
Great platform.
no, Turquoise is in blue. And Rotterdam are in the sort of
Good luck to the
striped
ref
jersey.
deciding that. The jerseys are kind of conflicting.
Sure.
Great maul.
Here we go. Good maul and a good mauling try. Eh? Well, there we go. A bit more width. That's more our game, eh?
Is that the 10?
Oh, lovely inside out. Is that a 10 or a 12? Nicky?
First receiver.
Hey, lovely.
Shouldn't have.
Good
Another
line-out.
driving maul. Another driving maul.
Look at that crowd. Beauty. Go on, push.
Stay out of it, 9. Stay out of it. Don't touch it. Let the forwards do the job.
Go and sit down, 9. Go and sit down. We don't need you.
The forwards have got this, guys.
Don't
Don't worry.
tickle that. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
He always wants to come and...
Kick for touch.
Yeah, big.
Doesn't go out.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Now it's chaos. I love that. Counter attack from a missed kick. Oh, you've got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. That guy was probably watching the England against Ireland game where they couldn't find the touchline. So he was. He's learning from the wrong guys.
So, Bob, you just used a very good word that I like to use when I'm coaching my guys is chaos.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I'm busy coaching now, and that does come. We had a coaching conference in Amsterdam with Dan Human and Felix Jones, and he spoke a lot about creating chaotic moments.
Yeah.
And how can teams utilize a kick to create chaotic moments, and how do you get that 50-50 to bounce on your side?
Well, I mean, the bounce of the rugby ball, as we know, is going to elude people for centuries to come. You never know. You think it's going right, it's always going to go left. But the chaos theory is interesting because the outside-in defense is actually accelerated chaos. Because what you're doing, if let's call it the outside backs are rushing in, the pressure that Brennan was talking about goes from 14, 13, 12, 10, it gets all pushed on the first guy who's passing. So unless you can create an out for that guy to say either pass behind or over or chip or do something else, you can just wipe out a whole bunch of people who are attacking. South Africa did it a couple of years ago and panicked. But what they realized was that if you go and someone slips through, okay, you knew the chaos was coming. So you've got to go. As soon as you miss, you've gone for a cover tackle. Now, when other teams started to try and do it against South Africa, that's the bit they forgot. They went for the chaos, missed, and then you could actually finish because they weren't getting there and working hard enough. So if you want to create chaos, you've got to understand it's going to create extra work. If you create the extra work, you've got to fulfill the extra work. And
no one wants extra work.
No one wants the extra work without planning. And that's the thing. So it's really difficult to be on point on a sort of an outside.
So if you want, the defense, the chaos to go and jam them in, every sort of defensive system, whatever, whether they press up, whether they wait, or whether they hang off, everything's got a positive and a negative.
Yeah, there'll be one area which is negative. Yeah, exactly.
So us as coaches need to tell the attack, like in a computer, if the defense do this, our drop-down menu is that.
Yeah.
So when they jam up whatever, you get a little chip over the top, that will cause chaos.
Yeah.
If they're waiting, then we take the ball up and do like the drill that everyone does. Hands. And if they sort of send one or two up is no coach wants that as a defense. But
Creates a
as an
hinge,
attack, you like, we don't know what they're doing, because then you sort of ask them, how good are your individuals at reading a situation?
Yeah, sort of maximizing your skill set.
I think one of the interesting things is when you don't, and that's what I was getting back to, is the Tuesday, Thursday. The reason you get Dutch Barbarians and they're bringing in these guys with a high skill set is to show people that it's not always going to be the same. So you coach at school, and Nicky's a director of rugby. He's had hundreds of kids come through every couple of years or whatever. Let's say just a 9 and a 10. And I've watched this with Will Greenwood, who does a lot of punditry in that. He goes to the 10 and he says, you're going through these drills. Why are you standing in the same place the whole time? He says, well, this is where the 10 stands, when the 9 passes to me. He says, but if I'm tackling against you and you're in the same place every time, I've got a wonderful afternoon. I've just got to run to one place.
I'll work you up.
So he says, why don't you go 5 meters wide, 2 meters back, 1 meter forward, whatever. So then I've got to go, I've looked up and you're not even in my zone. Now I'm going out. Now I make a mistake and you do an inside pass and they're through. You talk about creating chaos, but you can't do that unless you have people like this who are able to tell you that. You know what I mean? And you can go to an academy and you can do whatever and you say, just drill the ball. What about a guy who says, well, in a test match where I had 5 minutes to go and I needed to do something, I thought, let me change the point of attack.
Yeah. I think what falls in line with that also the development, what we're trying to obviously create is that rugby IQ side, which comes with being
Experience.
in the live environment, experience stuff that we can build on going forward, because that rugby IQ doesn't come overnight. It's being in a situation multiple times, understanding, as I said, knowing this defender's coming at you, I can catch the ball, knowing where my guy's next to me, where to step, and manipulating that side of things. So that's a huge part of this 5-year plan as well. That takes time. It's building that from a defense, attack, set piece, and I suppose layer on layer, and that's, I suppose, the outlook.
And you said about rugby IQ, and when we talk about it as coaches, building robust skills, and sometimes there is a benefit of just standing in one place and just working on how do I catch the ball, early catch outside the shoulder, and there's a place for it. But then, which one should we be looking at a little bit closer? Should we be testing them in a robust skill environment, or are we putting them down into one position, getting a micro skill down?
I'll give you the best example, okay? I could probably go to the gym and lift maybe the same amount of weight as he can, sort of, with my whole body, okay? But I can't do what he does in a scrum. So what's the difference? He's got the micro skill to survive in a high-pressure scrumming environment. If I go in there, they fold me in half, tie me in a ribbon, and send me down the river. I'm gone, okay? But he's built on his strength environment to do that. For me as a loose foot, I had a speed environment. So I would try and run he can run probably 90% as fast as I can, but at the
60 at best. 60 at best.
Okay, 60.
There's a long street outside.
We do have a 10 meters.
A very good 10 meters. Yeah,
10 meters.
But you put a so you get a running environment, okay, and I'm conscious in that running environment and ready for a ball, etc. If he's going, we used to have props who would go at the highest speed, the head was just down because it was going like that. That's not his environment, but that's the macro and the micro skill. That's the difference.
Yeah, awesome. You said you had a speed environment, and so obviously you've got different attributes which are beneficial to different positions.
Yeah.
And I do have of course, a rugby-related question for you, Bob. But at the moment, arguably the most talked about rugby player in the world at the moment is a little blonde kid from England who's doing really well in the third row, and he has been actually compared to Bobby Skinstad, and the liking between you, and how does it feel that? Also, how does it feel for him to be compared to one of the South African captain who's won a World Cup? How does it feel to be compared on the same page as him?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, for me, it's very flattering. I think he's an amazing rugby player. He's incredibly fast. I think he's got a ruck and tackle game, which is actually outstanding. He's very good at making a tackle, getting up, stealing the ball. I didn't like tackling. So I used to not make that many tackles. I used to sit.
Good to be a flanker then.
I wait for BJ to make the tackle, steal the ball, and give it to me, and then I'd run it in the backs. You know, Nicky and I would have done well. I would have gone to inside centre, outside him, and we would have had fun. No, I mean, to be honest, Henry Pollock, probably one of the best new faces of rugby that we've seen for a long time, probably for a decade or so.
And just the character that he is.
Yeah, and he's a character, and rugby needs it. Rugby needs it. You know, if we came along here with this premise of
we need Nicky back in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I was Bobby. Like me and my son's 16, and at school, and we watch Henry Pollock, and like as a personality, we all hate that. We all hate that sort of. Why you being like that? But then I was like, Isaac, I like him, mate. And he's like, Dad, I like him too.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And I didn't want him to get beaten up by Ireland, but he did, and it's good because
it's a learning.
I remember getting beaten up when I was young. And it made me the man I was today. Because,
Big time.
And look, he's what? How old is he? 12, 13?
Yeah.
And I don't want to tackle him, and I don't want him to tackle me.
So fast.
So
I think he's one of the most exciting.
We're
new
talking
talents.
about him, aren't we? It's great.
We're talking about it. It's brilliant.
I really wish him the best. I do.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's exciting to watch him play.
Like also, but the thing is for me is with this was comparing in different areas. You know, I've got a problem with that.
this is a media thing, isn't it? This is a media thing. They
I
want
don't
to
think he
pump it
gets.
up.
For me, I don't think. I don't even think he gets to 50% of when. This is the thing. I'm not saying this was Bobby's but you know, because he's. It's just a media thing for me, and I think it's the thing is, for me, he's nowhere near. You know, the kind of level where we've had proper greats. One of them, obviously, Bobby, and
as a Fijian
coming
watching
through
the Springboks. I'm
the
not
thing
going to
is,
put him in the same thing as you, mate.
Okay,
I'm not.
but that's very kind of you. But I'm saying we need him. Rugby needs him.
And I was just going to say, my next thing is that these kind of, players that come through, whether they kind of experience heroes, and I suppose all these new guys that come on the block, and exactly what Bobby says, we need them. Yeah. Why? Because the players coming through are aspiring. They're seeing this.
How many kids are running around at school saying, I want to be just like Henry Pollock?
Exactly. That's exactly.
Which is awesome.
It's 100%.
Which is awesome.
And so we are forgotten.
And what we want here, quite genuinely, and I'm seeing it from the outside, and I see the momentum that you guys are building. You want kids to come and say, I want to be a Dutch Barbarian. Yeah. I watched the game, I saw how they played, and that was flipping awesome. I want to be there.
Yeah.
Exactly what we're looking for with any kind of initiative when it comes to rugby. Just like the show, just to put a little bit of...
and that's going to be a challenge itself, We're just quickly going on that, sorry to say, but the challenge of identity of the Dutch Barbarians. Yeah. What is our game going to be like? What is our game already? Where are we transitioning to? What is? Are we going to play loose Barbarians rugby? Or are we going to, instill a skill there or skills across the board and say this is going to be our game and the guys want to be part of that, It's going to be... exciting, and I think it's going to be great to be part of.
Yeah, guys, I think just on that note, I think we're going to take a little bit of a break because I do see quite a lot of empty glasses, and obviously Nicky needs another wine. So what we're going to do now is, guys, we're just going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to fill up the glasses and we'll be right back. Right, guys, glasses all filled?
Yes.
Happy to go for the second half. Usually what we do in the second half, what we are going to a little bit skip today is we usually check what's happening in the edit class for this weekend. But we've got some other things to talk about, I think, today. So we're just going to skip that. But we are going to just go into the last two games from the last week. So if we can just start with the next one, clip number 5. Which is the reigning champs Den Haag versus Haarlem, who were in the finals 2 years ago. Standing now, Haarlem are standing at number 9, and Den Haag in a steady number 3 position.
Get around the corner. Get there.
Get around the corner.
Come on.
Got to go. If you go one-off runners, you need people. You got to be latching.
Hit it up.
Another well-saturated pitch.
There we go. There we go. Close.
Backs are ready. Come on.
Oh, got an injury. There's an injury right there. Refs.
Yeah.
Oof, nice
One
movement
more,
from the
one more.
referee.
Is it? Oh no, not yet.
There we go. Pick and go. Got to be aware. A pick and go right close to the line. Lovely try.
Another big, solid. Oh,
BJ, look at that swell.
Eight-man control is sublime.
PJ's,
Look at that.
PJ's drooling. He's drooling over here from that
Catch a
scrum.
pass, catch a
Look at the
pass.
back.
Come on,
on
catch a
a
pass.
platter. On a platter.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I mean, I'm surprised.
Oh my goodness.
Or I wonder if that.
Try of the season in the corner.
Should be
there.
double points if there's no.
There we go.
There you
Control
go.
from the 8.
Oh, look at that, number
There we
8.
go. Advantage and play.
What's that guy doing in the background with his thing?
What is going on there?
We're playing.
Knife through butter.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I hate defending like that. Here they
There's a
come
loose
again.
forward there with
Oh my
clean
God.
shorts.
He's running
Not
at the
happy
10.
about that.
Good 10, got out of the way.
No.
Well done. Oh, the other 10's hit the
That's
ground.
usually-
drift.
Don't do that, don't do that.
That's usually
No,
the
don't
10's got clean shorts.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It's just been subbed on.
Oh, that's what we were talking about, Nicky, with the kick
Yeah.
across the field, bit of space.
Oh,
Lovely.
there we go.
Jeez.
Convincing
nice,
win.
nice.
Convincing win.
And guys, just jump straight into the last one. Usually it's on my neck. Sorry, Harry Potter there, the wizard. The technical guy's getting angry with me. And straight into clip number 6, Castricum versus Diok. And we know Castricum being the dark horse of the competition every single year. You never know what's going to come up
I like them
in
already.
the weekend. Diok in the orange and
Orange.
and Castricum in the yellows in the yellow.
Oh, lovely. Offload off the
offload.
ground. Inside, outside, and
again.
oh, another one.
That-
World class. You see, that's extra skills, boys.
That's South African rugby for me. I love that.
Lovely.
Oh, it got,
There we go. The bumblebees.
Run it straight
the
channels.
bumblebees are coming.
arms.
He's heavy.
Jeez, ref's got to be watching that offside
The
line.
old chuck it through the leg trick.
Oh, inside, outside. Actually reminds me, what's the Scottish winger's name? He scores.
Van der Merwe.
Dodge. No, Van der Merwe, that, from the lovely little glen of Van der Merwe. No, he scored the try from the kickoff. The
Darcy
little
Graham.
Darcy
Yeah,
Graham,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it, yeah. Actually,
Oh,
the
yes.
inside, outside there look
There we
very
go.
good. Oh, look at that scrum.
Pressure.
Oh, mate.
Stable
Nice
set.
feed.
It's always going to
What
get you over the
happened
line.
Very nice
It
feed.
must be a man down.
Bit of a high tackle there,
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, no, they've gone a little bit
He
higher.
hasn't
there.
stopped for touching him.
And we're going to have a
that a
defensive
fly-off?
masterclass. Not from me, but not from me, but there's going to be a defensive masterclass.
Slapping.
That's the rugby from last weekend. Obviously, the Dutch guys going up against Belgium today, up in Amsterdam, if I'm correct. Yeah, up in Amsterdam. Good luck to the boys. Kickoff will be just now. Obviously, we're trying to rush things here because we've got a rugby table and there's 6 Nations about to happen. So we need to. Obviously, this comes out in the next couple of days, so you guys already know the score. But guys, I do have a question. You guys are obviously heavily involved in rugby. But is there anything else that keeps you guys busy from day to day?
Oh, well, look at our T-shirts here.
Oh, yes.
We've got a bit of a
messing.
Pacific Drift kit company going, me and my mate Jeff. I used to do it in my house, but then I thought, if I get proper orders, then I need an adult. And my man Jeff there helps me. It's good to have
Got an adult. You found
It's good,
one.
it's good to have an adult around.
Nicky brought this as a gift for me. We didn't even ask for a gift, and it's outstanding.
Yeah.
So absolutely love it. Love the concept, love the design. It's
I
flippin'
drifted over
brilliant.
here from the Pacific, a lot of mates, so I thought, why don't we have something going on? So we, luckily the Barbarians are letting me kit them out, and we'll see how it goes.
And what kind of kit are we talking? Everything on and off the field?
We're on and off. My son is 16. He does all the off-field stuff, so all that, baggy, everything.
Oh, awesome. Baggies.
The only reason I'm
Take
convinced
20 years off.
Singlets.
Yeah, everything.
I'm quite convinced that rugby players only play
Yeah,
rugby for the stash, just for the clothes.
But this is outstanding. Check the little details. I
That's
love it. It's brilliant.
actually my tattoo here. That's about the flax folding that we used to do for everything back in the island. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good. And Sylvester, sorry mate, just keep telling me. Sylvester, we did speak about profiling when we're looking at kind of players, what you're looking for to try bring into the Dutch Barbarians program. Can you just give us a little bit more insight into what that actually means when you're looking at profiling and what kind of people you're looking at to join the program?
Ja, we zoeken vooral jonge spelers die vanaf 16, 17, 18, die zich willen ontwikkelen. Dus ook echt hard willen werken. Toch ook wel wat goede skills hebben, maar zichzelf echt aan zichzelf willen sleutelen. ja, met name ook op het mentale vlak, dat ze gewoon echt een stuk sterker worden. En dus we hoeven niet echt de allerbeste skillsets te hebben bij spelers, maar vooral spelers die hard willen werken en echt aan een team willen bouwen en kameraadschap zoeken.
En ik heb wel nog één vraag voor jou. Is het alleen puur uit uitnodigingbasis of kan je gewoon zeggen, ik wil het?
Je kan je gewoon aanmelden via de website, Dutch Barbarians.
Okay. No, yeah, it sounds good, and obviously it's a big program in the Dutch team, in the Dutch rugby culture, and obviously with the names that you've got on board next to you, I think it's an exciting program that I think a lot of people would, how do I put it, would be very. If they lose out on the opportunity, it would be quite a bad thing as a young rugby player. I mean, even me as a 30-year-old, I wouldn't mind getting onto the field and learning a thing or two. So I'm definitely going to go downstairs and have a beer and completely chew your guys' ears off. I hope you're okay with that. But the whole point of today is about learning and bringing the Dutch Barbarians into the light. Guys, I've had a great time, and I'm sure everyone else has. We're not done yet. I do have one other connection with one of you guys at the table. I do, and that's Mr. Skinstad at the end of the table.
What an opportunity.
What an opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say, these guys are going, phew.
Okay, fine, I can go now.
So I was fortunate enough to go to a certain school in South Africa, Hilton College, where you also went
Come
to.
on, Hilton College.
And apparently Fair told you that I was 2 years below you at Hilton College, but we didn't quite get the information correct.
That's not true. Fair said 2 or 3 years. So 2 or 3 years. When I think what he meant was 22 or 23 years.
So being a Hilton boy in Falcon House for 5 years long, and you being a Newnham boy, there's a tradition at the end of the year that all the matrics have to go and go around the school and run around a bit. But we did have an Afrikaans teacher, Mr. Van der Vat, which I'm sure you do know. But it's always been a question for me, and my brother did remind me yesterday, please ask him because I want to know if it's true. Was he the only teacher that was fast enough to catch you?
Well, it's a slightly nuanced question. He was the teacher that did catch me.
So it is true.
Yeah. No. So we had our school was built around a 1.6 kilometer, so 1 mile, basically like a main drive. So all the houses, it was a full boarding school. All the houses were off that, and then inside that was the classrooms. And when we finished matric, we used to, late at night, we would take all our clothes off and run the mile, the golden mile.
The golden mile.
Which the teachers were very kind, and they turned a blind eye to that. They were like, okay, you can do that. But some of us were a bit more adventurous because the teachers' houses were interspersed. So we used to go and then jump the fence and go into the pool and then over the fence.
I was a good boy. Yeah. I never did this.
And Mr. Andy van der Vat played wing for the Springboks, and he was my rugby coach. And we jumped the fence, jumped into the pool, like dive splashed the pool at like 1 a.m, jumped over the fence, and on the other side of the fence was him. He was cut like this, and he had running pants and his shoes on.
He was ready.
And he was like, "Are we gonna go?" I was like, "No, just take me." So I got in big trouble. Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks, Eric, for letting me know. I did forget about it, but thanks for putting it in there, guys. On that note, what a fantastic opportunity that you guys are here in the Netherlands in Delft today, and obviously further than that with the Dutch Barbarians, amazing initiative and opportunity for all of the rugby players in this country. And I really hope as many people take it with both hands. And really get out on the field with you guys, and then also take that information and take it back to their clubs. I think that's one of the most important things, is to actually grow the game and get that information through as many people as possible.
But anyway, we need self-starters. So if you're a young rugby player who wants to look at this pathway, go to the Dutch Barbarians website, which will be on the broadcast, and reach out and just say, hey, where can I find out? What can I do? We've got world-class coaches here. For me, it's a no-brainer. If you want to play this game, this is one of the best places to
bring your mates.
Yep.
Exactly, guys, and I couldn't end it off on a better note than that. Thanks so much for coming. It was a great episode.
Cheers.